Warm greetings from the high 10. It's Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. Happy spring, everybody. Sunday, first day of spring. Amen. Thank you for waiting. Sorry it took so long. Had some business to take care of. We're going to jump right into the commentary. As most of you know, Jose has come forward to give his rendition of his life on the Hill. And I really didn't want to talk about this subject matter only because it makes no sense to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a little girl missing out of the holler. And the case, saga, $2 storyline is about everybody besides Summer Wells. And I'm going to say this, and I'm meaning what I'm saying to you. This case is about nothing but outside people who've immersed themselves in the case, either by running their mouth to give a rendition or somebody went looking for them. So why add fuel to an inferno? Why go look for trouble? And that's what Jose, to me, is about. And that's my opinion. Because 9 months in, it makes no sense to go look for Jose or Jose show up. And whether his name is Jose, Pookie, Bubba, Pussyfoot, it doesn't matter to the queen. It's principle. A child is missing out of the holler. And nobody has been telling the truth pertaining to Summer Wells. So what's 9 months later of somebody jumping out of a motherfucking cake to tell me something? About what exactly? And see, that's the thing about jumping out of a cake. I don't know who you are. Because what I always tell you, I didn't send for you. So I don't know what you are, who you are, what you're talking about. It doesn't mean anything because it's 9 months later. Now, had he been there at the time of her disappearance, then I would see some relevance to him coming out, coming forward, or somebody looking for him. I said that. It's already an inferno. Already drama. So why go stir up drama looking for Jose? Yeah, I said that. Because that's exactly what it's about. It's drama. 9 months in, no child, no arrest. So going to find and seek or jump out of a cake pertaining to a missing child, missing person is drama. I'm going to play you content from somebody else's channel. Then I will get into my commentary, drop the link, and feel free to give your opinion pertaining to all this BS with Candace, Casanova, and company, and whomever else wants to jump out of a cake. Hell, maybe there'll be somebody else jump out the cake by June 15th. Who might that be? Who else could we be looking for before June 15th? Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ridiculous. The title of this person's channel is Navalist True Crime. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we're going to go ahead and get started anyway. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all. Thank you for the compliments. I'll be right back. I'll be listening. I'm taking notes. Thank you so much.
You give witness accounts in the Summers case. It was brilliant to get the full Jose interview yesterday on a live stream. It was my first time watching it. Thanks to everyone who joined me. Thanks to everyone who popped in and popped out. With Jose, as I think other people were when they first seen it, and probably most people when they first seen it, yes, it was brilliant to get details in Summer. I believe Jose on those things. And it was great to hear. He really brought Summer to life. He told us she was a happy child, full of energy, always on the swing, fishing, swimming, very active. A lot of those things we already knew. But a clever girl, smart girl, intelligent, loved hide and go seek. But also worth noting, he said that fridge did have the bullet holes in them at the time, I think in a later interview. She used to be first up in the morning once Jose got up, and she was after opening the front door, and she was outside just swinging on the swing. Everyone else was asleep. She has wandered before numerous times. She was found once with no t-shirt, no shoes behind a house. didn't tell us what house. And then another time, Dawn found her at the end of the driveway. She is a loving, caring girl, loud laugh, caring child, very helpful. She loved the good cactus, apparently, and she had no filter on her mouth. He told us that Summer would fall asleep absolutely anywhere. One time she fell asleep on a tire on the back of the truck. She loved food, especially McDonald's fries. She adored Ali and used to stay over at her house. She was an outdoor girl, always on the swing, used to twist it around and get dizzy. He said Summer was loud. He said she was, quote, a screamer. He did say the boys used to be picking on her a lot, but she was very close to one brother. She slept in her parents' bed a few times, but it seemed like a normal situation and nothing too sinister. She loved peppermint mint balls. She nearly choked on one once, but when he was telling this story, it didn't sound too serious. And he said people used to split them for her to eat. But Jose also said a lot of things that I don't believe. He told us he didn't watch YouTube. Justin said he sent him some videos the night before to watch. I think that was a mistake. I don't want Jose's thoughts after he's watching a load of videos. I want to know his first-hand experience and first-hand accounts. And I do see Justin getting a lot of grief from some creators. I like him. I like how he handles the drama by not engaging, basically. He does fly close to the sun, don't get me wrong, but I think he's a good man with a good heart. And he's not in this for the money or anything like that. But anyway, I digress. Jose told us he didn't watch YouTube, but he's lied. He's lied. For sure he's lied. He refers to grandma as Candace without ever reverting back. That takes practice if you know someone. He calls Chris McDonough by his first name a few times and seems desperate to reach out to him. And it's clear to me he watched a lot of videos. Why he is lying, I don't know. He gave us a lot of information about Don, but keep in mind, and this is by Jose's own admission, he was only with Don for a week in that house. How could he have seen so much? He said Don wasn't working when he came back, but then started working and drinking. Like if you don't see your kids for 6 months and take a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off work, that's not working. He said Don never went to church, but he was only there for 1 weekend with Don. The way he said never would lead you to believe he was there for weeks with him. He said Don would buy junk food on the way home from work, but again, he was only seen him working for 2 or 3 days. That's all. So a lot of these first-hand experiences, I don't think are first-hand experiences. I think it's probably what Candace told him. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think there's truth in there, but why is he giving us examples of first-hand witness accounts when they're not, they're second? In this 1 week, he also seen Don beat Summer because he found her wandering down the end of the hill. He's seen Don threaten the kids with a belt. He's seen Don shower with Summer. He remembers Don moving a chair from downstairs basement to bring in firewood. He's seen a lot in 1 week. He told us about Don throwing a kitten to the dogs. That must have happened in this week also. And to be honest, I probably believe that. I wouldn't put that past Don at all. But Jose is no embellishing stories, and I'm not sure what he's making up and what he's not making up. He has me questioning everything. And then comes the worst one for me, the red truck. This, I believe, is a lie, and maybe why Jose was saying that he wasn't watching videos. And they just kind of skip over it. And I know Justin knows about this as well, so I'm not sure he believes it. But he said that Don used to take a red truck with ladders in the back when he would go on long distances over and over from work. Hang on a sec. You were only there for a week with Don. You said he wasn't working and then he was working. And now all of a sudden you have enough time to see him borrow red trucks. This, I believe, is a lie, a blatant lie. I don't know why Jose is making this up. You can be sure he knows about the red truck that they were looking for with ladders in the back at the start of this case. And this is where I start to totally question his motives. I begin to wonder, does he have a problem with the law in another state? I wonder, is he looking to get some sort of deal here? He'll give witness accounts in the Summers case and they'll make that other case go away. That's wild speculation on my part. But we see it in a lot of cases, and because of the stuff he's saying here now, I'm questioning it. Or is the motive that he's looking at Andrew, Hunter's dad on YouTube? He talks a lot about him, some petty drama, I don't care about it. But is he looking at Andrew on his YouTube channel, looking at him with his Cash App and PayPal in the description and wanting some of that money? Please be careful, guys, who you give your money to. Don't be surprised if the broken boy makes a YouTube channel in the near future. Please don't send people money if you don't have it. If you were anything like my mother and sister, you'd give your last $2 to someone if you think they need it. Be careful with these guys. Don't be fooled by the acts. I think Jose is a bed-hopping womanizer who has been playing this broken boy, broken man to women for a number of years. And people need to be careful. I don't know what it is about women. Maybe your maternal instinct, but your urge is to help and care and fix the broken man. And men are constantly using this to grift women. Jose did this to get to Tennessee. He bet hop when he was in Tennessee. He did
10 powerful benefits. One total.
Sorry about that.
met someone new in South Carolina online. While he was there, he was hooking up with Ali. Don't know about Candace and Candace, but he did have them wrapped around his finger. Candace was dropping him to work, collecting him from work, dropping him down to South Carolina for another woman, when we all know she had hots for him. He caused havoc. Candace and Ali fell out because of him, and they seemed to be good friends before that. He came in, caused havoc, and bounced in the next bed. He is lying about stuff, and I was disappointed because I was like, is this the first time ever in this case that we're finally getting someone who isn't lying? And we're not. We're getting someone who is lying. Saying he didn't follow the case after the FBI contacted him about Summer. That's rubbish. That's nonsense. Of course you're going to follow the case. A little girl goes missing that you cared about, that you knew, and you're telling us you didn't follow the case. Justin was on to him, I think, since January they were in contact. And he's saying he didn't watch any YouTube since January, since the YouTuber contacted him. Rubbish. You're talking rubbish, Jose. I just don't know why he is lying. I don't understand. But don't be fooled by this man. Be careful with this motivational speech broken man act. Be careful. He is telling people what they want to hear. He's watched YouTube. He studied us. But I think he's underestimating how clever people are and people's intelligence. This isn't Tinder. He's telling us things we want to believe. To be honest, I choose to believe the stuff he told us about Summer. I think that's the truth. I want to believe it too, though. But the rest, I'm not so sure. And then last night, we get the biggest problem of all. He wasn't there 6 months. He might have only been there a few weeks, as far as we know. And that's a problem when you can't even get the baseline of your story straight. There's a big difference between 6 months and 6 weeks. I don't know why he's lying about something so fundamental. And I know he's probably going to be back on YouTube here now the next few days and trying to clarify stuff, but just be careful with this man. He's a bed-hopping womanizer who's going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm tired of liars in this case. I thought this was the one person who wasn't lying. If anybody knows anybody involved in this case who isn't a liar, can you let me know? Because I'm struggling. I was trying to think of one and I can't. Maybe Robin from the church, but I'm sure there's probably something there as well if I look hard enough. Good luck. God bless. Have a good day.
All right, everybody. That's Navel's True Crime. If you need verification for the information, I'm not going to go to Evil Exists to tie into my storyline of what I want to bring forward today in this commentary. Well, I thought I had it up here. Maybe not. Hold on one second. I don't think I didn't save it. Anyway, we'll find it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience. This is about Evil Exists. Candace blatant lie to Chris Madonna about not knowing Jose. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans.
Falling out, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
And
It was stupid part on out, really, honestly.
when was it over?
Well, her, I don't know if it was her husband. I'm just gonna say her and daddy. Come out with all these guys and stuff and we're supposed to move down there. And they couldn't find a place to stay or whatever. Well, I don't really remember what this guy's name was. I know he's a Mexican, I think. And she
That Jose guy?
yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, she wanted him to stay. And she was also staying at my house.
Okay.
So I said, well, if you're going to be with him, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's y'all's deal. And I don't know, they did whatever they did because I didn't really pay attention to them. I just hung out with the kids and my mom. And then one day he just goes, oh, I chicks with dicks. After him and her did whatever. And she got all pissed off and just said, what's going on? Take me and my kids back to my place. I'm out here. So I don't even know what really happened.
Okay.
She just went off her ankle. And ever since that, I don't know, she's been hateful towards me. I don't know, I don't get it. I really wish I could understand it.
Okay.
And she stuck me with that guy. And then my husband got home. He's like, well, who's this guy, you know? And I'm like, Allie left him here, abandoned him here. I was like, he ain't got no place to go, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then my mom took him after my husband and got in a little squirrel. My mom took him, I believe it was to North Carolina to some chick's house. And that was the end of him.
First things first, I think we can all agree that Candace Bly blatantly lied to Chris McDonough about not knowing Jose's name. She clearly remembered every detail of his stay when chatting to Benny the other night. She just wanted to seriously downplay her part in the falling out with Allie. Candace says the falling out was silly, but I highly doubt it was just a silly disagreement when it led to them not talking for a long time. According to Allie, she and Jose were having relations, as she called it. However, Candace was drunk and jealous, and then started being all over Jose. Candace and Allie then got into an argument and Allie left. Candace then threatened Allie, saying that she was going to blow her head off. Their children, Hunter and True, were still up on Ben Hill Road with Candace, and Allie had to get the police involved to get her kids.
All right, that's the sad information. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right with you all to bring you my commentary. Thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $McGandy 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during this live. Thank you for your patience. I'll be right with you. Thank you so much. Well, the reason why information is repeating itself is because there's no new information. And my thing is, if people don't like the content, remove yourself. You don't have to watch YouTube. I don't know what's the problem with tuning in. Help me understand. Once again, the story is not about Summer Wells. And yes, people are playing the same information from the beginning of the story, relooking at pictures and this and that to their choosing because there's no new information pertaining to Summer Wells, no arrests, no nothing. And it is a person's choice to do what they want on their channel. And as I've told people, you don't like anything going on someone's network, you don't have to watch. Don't watch it. Well, what is the problem? What is the reason for looking for Jose? I'm going to say that. What is the reason for looking for Jose? What is the reason, Jose, that you would even speak in an interview recorded? Show your face, whichsoever, it's all the same. Why? 9 months ago was the time to defend yourself, give your opinion, tell the world who you are, what you're about, what's truth or not coming from the mouth of Candace and Allie. 9 months ago, 8 months ago, probably would have been the appropriate time to come forward to say anything. But obviously you didn't want to. So had you watched YouTube or not when all the mess went out? When the FBI contacted you, did you watch YouTube to see what all the fuss was about pertaining to you, Allie, Candace, Dawn, the child, children, blah, blah, blah. And once again, I'll say it again. Once you heard your name in the streets, the YouTube streets, why not come forward to whomever up to your liking or your own channel, your own logo and say, hi, I'm the Jose that you all are talking and discussing about and so damn enamored with, and this is this and this is this. How simple would that be? So you want me to believe that he was in the Philippines, Tokyo, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet, there's no cell phones, there's no Duo, there's no WhatsApp, there's no nothing. I didn't hear you. Did you say something? Yeah, okay. What's the truth to his relationship between all parties? Don, Candace, did they sleep, have sex or not? Allie says they did. Candace is saying they did. Candace says she ignored them, did her own thing, watched her children, blah, blah, blah. Well, we know that's a lie because you have 1 missing and 3 are now in the state's care. So you were not in the watching of the children business, Candace Bly. What did you two fall out about? Oh, you don't know. She just got an attitude with me. You see, I'm going to say this again because somebody in the back can't hear. Probably can't see either. The story isn't about Summer Wells. Although she is missing from the holler, Rogersville, Tennessee. But there's really no concern for Summer Wells. There never has been. That's why she's missing. Are you not following the script? Stay woke. It was never about she or her brothers. Say it again. The story has never been about Summer Wells or her siblings. That's why one's missing, possibly dead, and the other are in foster care. Stay woke. You're sleeping. Come on, wake up. It's been about everybody around Summer Wells. Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, Susie Mae, Josie Mae. Who? I can't keep up. I'm lost. You know, this is just a low rent version of Dynasty. Or is it Dallas? I'm sorry. Knots Landing? All My Children. Days of Our Lives. Young and the Restless. Young and the Hopeless. Show ain't beautiful, but show enough bold. Shut up, Queen. Chicks with Dicks. Really? Very inappropriate commentary to say to a man in a live interview. So what is the truth and why did she say that? And I believe she said it for a reason. You see, this is what I keep trying to explain to you. I don't have to tell you everything. It doesn't matter what you heard about me. But I ain't got to tell you everything. You think Jose is getting ready to admit that he's a homosexual, bisexual, and also like somebody put a strap on or like penis up his rear end. Are you really this blind and naive? You can't be. We're all adults here. Please be 18 years of age if you're in this chat. If you have children in the room, remove your children or remove yourself. I don't want to hear feedback about your kids overhearing my conversation because this is a grown folks channel. That's why in my description it has not made for kids. Don't tell the queen about her content. I'm checking all boxes in this live. If you fit one of the boxes and you offended, remove yourself. Don't leave a comment because I ain't interested. I run this. That's why it's called a commentary channel. I don't need your permission about what I say and what come off my tongue. Because after what I saw on YouTube yesterday, trust me, there's something more foul-mouthed than Queen. Shut up. Once again, why did you come down here, Jose? Why did a group of you come down here, Jose? Why did you all come down here and then the other people left? How many people was it total? Where did they actually stay when they came? Did they stay 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours? Where did everybody stay? Why was Allie staying in the house with Candace? You hear that in the Chris Madonna interview. So why were you, Allie, staying with your friend? Where were your children when you stayed there? Were your children there? Your other children? Boy H, the daughter, whomever. I don't know how many children she has. So why were you staying with Candace? Why was everybody at Candace's house the house of horrors? The house is nasty, filthy, stanky, roaches. Clothes piled up, no doors to the bathroom. Come on, Queen, don't hurt them. Everybody at the house, but now we want to come forward 9 months later and talk bad about Candace's house. You's a son of a some. Huh? You stayed there. Now, this commentary, because I don't go look for trash. I got a garbage can right there. If I want to look in the dumpster, I go right over there and look at my own damn dumpster. Why was he there? Why was Allie staying there? Where was Allie's place? Did she work? Did she have a job? Why she didn't have no car? So that means Allie couldn't have had a job when she was staying there. Candace is stay woke. See, read between the lines of everything. Ain't nobody had a car, but everybody at Candace's house with her cute little Subaru. That some of you say she talked Don into buying because blah, 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 blah. He hit her. They had a fight. Dropped the charges. He bought her a truck. You don't know if that's true or not because he didn't tell you and Candace didn't tell you. You all been making up shit since the day they told you Summer Wells is missing. And it's utter buffoonery and it's childish and it's petty and it's asinine and it's disrespectful to the living and the dead. And then you come in people's chats trying to repeat some shit you heard over there on Pookie Street. Pookie don't know what the hell he talking about. But then you want to go pass it on like it's the truth. Well, such and such said this. Such and such don't know nothing. Because such and such don't know where the fuck Summer Wells is. They don't know who Candace Black is. They don't know who Don is. You don't know none of these people in this storyline. And ain't you that figured out they're birds of a feather? So why are you shocked that he would lay up in a nasty ass house and then 9 months later, a motherfucker off of YouTube want to go search him and look for him to add fuel to the fire? Why would you want to go add fuel to a child missing? Yeah, I'm calling you out because you found, but I knew you wasn't shit either. Everybody want to lay in the cut and act like they care about somebody else. Oh, I'm so concerned about her. I just want to get the word out. I care about missing people. No, you don't. Because why you going to go look for Jose? You add more drama to something that's already jacked up and messed up. And I'm calling a spade because I'm the realest on the block. I don't sugarcoat nothing. That's why some of you don't like me. I'm rude because I don't kiss your ass. I ain't got to. I bring you straight commentary from the cuff. I don't dance around stuff. We're talking about a dead child. What am I getting ready to sugarcoat? About a child missing and a child possibly dead. I don't rock like that. You looking for daylilies? You need to go out into the field. This is the real deal here. Some of you are lost. The child is missing. And there has been nothing about her since a person decided to talk about the disappearance of Summer Wells. Why did Candace and this woman fall out? Candace plays she don't know. Of course she knows. She has an idea. Did Jose sleep with both of them? And that's what the problem is about. Is it possible that Jose was interested in Candace? Candace was attracted to him. Maybe she was making googly eyes at him, making commentary. Allie felt some type of way. That's why she wanted to leave, allegedly. So you don't know what's the truth because Candace got her child missing. So why am I going to believe anything she's telling Chris Madonna? Stay woke. Don't you see what's going on? It's the Game of Thrones. Who can outdo the other one? That's all it's about. Not about Summer Wells. In the commentary that I did not watch, because I don't have that kind of time. Because like I said, if I want to go in a dumpster, I go on my own. But I'm going by he said and she said at this point. So this guy with this true crime channel says that Jose has talked endlessly about the child. Her demeanor, playing on swings, she likes to go outside, McDonald's, on and so forth. Yeah, right. He didn't stay with Allison because Allison obviously didn't have a place to live. Stay woke. I tell y'all, read between the lines. All these things about Summer, her demeanor, this and that, happy child, blah, blah, blah. But you never call CPS to say, hey, they're abusing their children, they're neglecting their children, the house is filthy, the property's filthy, they're only feeding them store-bought food, they don't cook, don't got a stove, don't got this, but you stayed there. Now, there's a difference of if indeed he stayed there 6 months. So what is the truth? You were there 6 months, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 days, what? Don didn't go to church, but then as this guy says, it's now a matter of he didn't stay there that long to know if the man went to church or not. He knew Don, he didn't know Don. They talked before, they didn't talk before. What's the truth? You talked to him on the phone before he came back or what? What did you really fight about, you and Don? That night y'all all got in a scuffle. Somebody hurt their knee. The fact that you let a grown-ass man throw a bottle at you and chip your tooth, you supposed to already be getting you 20 to life for murder. Cheers. He threw a bottle at you. And you didn't do nothing? It couldn't have been Candace, Candy. Those kids would have kept me from knocking Don out. Did you understand what I'm saying to you? I'd have knocked Don out. Stay woke. The child was teased by her brothers. Like to play outside. First one outside. First one up. The fact that they believe you're looking for Chris Madonna. Why? Jose, what you looking for Chris Madonna for? You want him to buy you a pizza? You want Chris Madonna to buy you a pizza? Okay. Let me give you a little advice, homeboy. All you got to do is talking to your cell phone or your computer, your laptop. Voila, you will have a YouTube channel. Get you 1,000 subscribers. Put your bid in with YouTube. And they'll ask for your personal information where they can send you your money. Welcome to YouTube. If you're deciding to chase the all-American dream of being a YouTuber. We will see. If he has a channel, get a channel, Cash App, PayPal, whichsoever is his business. But we will see. Don didn't go to church. Only saw him working 2 or 3 days. So what is the truth to how long this man was on the property? Throwing a kitten to the dogs. Candace didn't know his name when doing the interview with Chris Madonna until Chris mentioned his name, and then she kept on talking and going on and on. There's some mentioning about a red truck. That Don had a truck. So once again, how long were you on the property? So where is the red truck now, Jose? The infamous red truck, where is it? Have you been watching YouTube all along and you're playing a game with the public? If you talk to TBI, do you think it's a good idea to be talking to the public now? When did the TBI notify you? I'm curious. Is it because Allie mentioning your name and they wanted to see what you knew? But as I've told the public and this chat, that if you were not there June 15th, June 14th, what relevance do you have in the storyline? What relevance do you have to bring to the forefront pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells? If you were not there June 14th or June 15th, then what relevance is it for you to speak 9 months later? And what fucking relevance was it to go find you? You see, to me, that's a shit stirrer. Going to look for Jose. Yeah, I said it. The queen said it, and I didn't stutter. Because it has no relevance. It's just gossip. Idle gossip from some motherfuckers who don't got nothing better to do and don't have nothing better to talk about. People who are all falling out with each other. And don't you find that interesting? That everybody that's come out to say something about Candace Bly and Donald Wells no longer speaks to them. You all don't find that interesting? That everybody who has had something to say about Candace Bly no longer talks to her. Allie, H, Jose, this Jenna person, Jody Sue, nobody's her friend anymore. Nobody's talking to her. Nobody hangs with her. I tell you, stay woke. Why did the FBI question him? As I said, what was the relevance to questioning Jose? And is it true that they questioned him? And were you there June 15th? If not, why are we talking about Jose? Okay. What's the relevance to Jose? Okay. You would think that some of you would get tired and find you some valuable content to put on your network. But obviously you don't have anything valuable to talk about. And that's something I've learned about YouTube. Is that many people have built their channels off of true crime cases, which is their choice. But when that is the only thing you have to discuss on your channel, something's off about that. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you don't talk about anything else. You don't talk about the weather. You don't talk about how much gas costs. And you're entitled to talk about whatever you want on your channel, but I'm different. Some people thought I was true crime. I am not. I talk about life. I talk about life. The nasty business of life is what I talk about. And I didn't build my channel by channel hopping. I didn't build my channel by jumping on people's panels to be heard and seen and throw out, I got a YouTube channel. I built my channel one view at a time, talking about random situations occurring in the United States. Famous people, regular people. And as I said, you're entitled to talk about what you want on your network. But when you go looking for trouble and stirring up trouble and hanging with people that stir up trouble, you are part of the problem and not the solution. And gang recognized gang. And I recognized gang months ago. I just didn't say anything. See, I don't tell everything I feel. I don't tell everything that I think. I know a bullshitter when I see one. And a lot of people up here that's on the wire talking about true crime and other various topics, they're full of shit. And you're not going to know that until you keep listening to them. And then you realize what they're really about. They're not in it to win. Pertaining to the story, I mean. Why would anybody go look for trouble when it's already a dire situation? Summer Wells has not been found, alive or deceased. No one has been arrested, connection, anything. And you would go dig up Jose out of the ground. And he obliged you by crawling out from underneath the rock where he was. And the relevance is what exactly? So everybody goes and runs to see the story of the hour. Oh, I'm enlightened by what he said. Oh, I learned something new about Summer. Did you? Did you learn something new about her? Or did you learn something that you had already assumed about her? Yes, I did. I built this with hard work. You damn right. Word of mouth in the street. Hey, follow me. Like, share, subscribe. Not by jumping on panels. Not by modding for anybody. None of that. And all those people that be in cahoots together on them YouTube channels, they've all fallen out with one another. Stay woke. See, you all don't pay attention to the details. See, I'm very good at watching people. That's what I do best. I lie in the cut. And I listen to stuff. I see your comments on different networks. You don't even know I'm there. Because I don't have to be seen. I don't have to be seen. It is March 20th, 2022. Three months from now will mark June 15th. What will become of the Summer Wells case? Who else will jump out of a cake to tell us something about 110 Ben Hill Circle? All this he said, she said pertaining to Candace Bly. What is the hype all about? Everybody wants to be her friend, want to talk to her, want to go on live with her. She wants to go on their live. Candace, haven't you figured out you don't have any friends? You don't have any friends. You're sitting here letting people come up in your house, seeing how you live, and you ain't figured out you don't have no true friends. You shouldn't trust anybody on YouTube, especially anybody that's a YouTuber. I wouldn't trust one motherfucker with a YouTube channel. Because you see, possibly you don't deserve any friends because you got your child gone. You mistreated your children. Do you deserve friends? That's between you and God, not Queen. I'm just giving my opinion. This bullshit about your friend having cameras in your house. I heard you telling Ernie something about that. Why would you let another man put cameras in your house? And allegedly this was done when Don was here. So we have to ask Don that. He's locked up, but I can ask him. Somebody go back and ask him. Why the hell would you let another man put cameras up in your house and you're there with your wife? You don't need another man to come in your house and put up cameras. Put up your own damn cameras. You see, this is why I'm telling you, this shit is nothing but ghetto drama. They just white people. You know, everybody likes to, tie in drama, ghetto ratchetness with Hispanics and African Americans. No, some of you white folks ghetto too. And this is definitely ghetto. Trail cameras, cut wires. He said, she said, who's on the property? Not my property. This is my property line. This ain't your property line. I live with him. He don't want me. I don't want him. He beat me. They did drugs, sold me drugs. It's all ghetto. And it ain't nothing about the little girl. But y'all run out of breath trying to hear what somebody's saying. Ain't you done figured out this is a game? And yet you steady passing this information like it's the spoken word. I don't give a fuck about Jose. Candace, Allie, Don, the neighbors. Who cares? Because they're all watching YouTube. They all see it's a money game, money grab. So they're in it to get their piece. And then you got these random people jumping out of airplanes and parachutes and shit, acting like they're true crime investigative reporters. They ain't nobody but some random ass, messy ass people that's bored. And you feeding into it. Oh, they're trying to help the case. They're trying to do this. No, baby, that's Hawkins County Sheriff Department and the TBI. That's who's helping the case. That's the person that's got the tools to do the device checks, the phone drops, phone dumps. That's who you should be trying to put your faith in. Not no random motherfucker standing outside somebody's driveway, cussing and fussing and doing stupid stuff for attention and likes. That's not cute. So I'm going to ask you again, what have these people done to help find Summer Wells? What pertinent information have they brought to the public to help find her? Nothing. Just stuff to, as we said, go run to the channel. Oh, like a bunch of fucking wet seals clapping, doing nothing. In the end, you can go talk to Pookie, Ray. You can get your 20,000 views, 100,000 views. You still don't got Summer Wells. So since some of you motherfuckers like magic tricks, produce Summer Wells. I'll wait. Produce Summer Wells. While you're digging up Jose, so-called friends coming out want to tell us about Candace and Don and how Don was on the job and how much paint they put in a bucket, how much cement was put in a bucket. Produce Summer Wells and I'll be delighted, enamored, enlightened. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. That's my commentary. Where's Summer Wells? Who put the dildos in Candace's yard? When did that happen, Candace? I saw you talking to Ernie. I'm curious. See, this is where I know all of you all are full of shit. Stay woke. Are you listening? You got cameras at your house allegedly. Your so-called friend put up cameras at your house. So if you have different sets of cameras at your house, which you told Mr. Ernie, then you'd have known who put the dildos on your property, wherever they put them. Because I don't really know what the hell you're talking about. And that nasty comment about Jose, once again, liking females with male genitalia. That means you've had a conversation with Jose, or you were just throwing shade. Because maybe you did like him and he didn't like you. What is the truth? Did you have an affair with Jose or not? Did you have sexual relations with Jose? Did all three of you all have sexual relations with each other? What is the truth pertaining to all of you all slumbering with Casanova? Does it matter? Because in the end, where is Summer Wells? And why is everything about these monkeys? That's what I thought. Ghetto. Very ghetto. All these people are evenly yoked in mischief and mayhem. They are all cut from the same cloth. That's why they're all affiliated with each other. They may not be friends now. They may not talk now. But they were cut and cut from the same cloth. And that's how they all ended up in the same peripheral, hanging, drinking, slumbering, getting high, whatever it is that they were doing. That's why they all know each other. Because they are cut from the same cloth. No decent man would have laid up in that house with those people. Once he came to Tennessee, for whatever reason, did not have a place to stay, he would have made provisions to go somewhere else. Not to Candace Bly's house. And I'd like to know, why would Allie ask her to have him stay there? Allie, why were you staying with Candace? Why did you ask to have Jose stay there? Did you offer Candace's house as a place to stay? Did you tell Candace, hey, I got some people coming from up north, East Coast. They need a place to stay. Can they stay with you? And then what? Because something went wrong here with the people coming. Something about a house didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. They go back. He stays. Why did he stay? These are your friends. Are you going to stay? But then you stayed in a house that's nasty. Now there's a difference that you didn't really stay there 6 months. So what's the truth? Two friends of friends fall out. You're the common denominator, allegedly. You see, there's some BS in this story, and you all don't see it because it doesn't add up. And sadly, their intertwined dealings comes out pertaining to Summer Wells, but they don't got a damn thing to do with her missing. I don't think any of these people have anything to do with the child. It's her parents. Not Allie, not H, not Jose, not nobody. That's where the key is. Don and Candace. This other shit is just fluff. And I'm tired of hearing about it. Waste of time. Waste of flesh. Pounds of flesh. Pounds of useless flesh. That's all this story is about. Nothing pertaining to the child. And it's shameful. This gives true crime a whole different meaning. It's disgusting. If you want to give your opinion pertaining to all this dirty business pertaining to Candace Bly, Casanova, and company, hit the link and be heard. Give your opinion to why it's important to keep talking about pounds of flesh. Useless flesh that have no relevance to Summer Wells. And when are you all going to get over yourselves and realize that you're really not concerned about her? You're more concerned in hearing he said, she said gossip. That's all this case is about, gossip. Because you really don't know what you're listening to. You don't know what is the truth. And I'm going to say this over and over. Candace has been lying to you about the disappearance of Summer Wells. So why would you believe anything she said to Chris Madonna, anything she said to the news, anything she said to Jenna, anything she said to Jody Sue, Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, Jose, Monkey Joe? Who cares? And you all repeat the shit like it's the truth. What she said, Don said, they ain't told you where Summer is. So why are you going to believe anything else they say? Miss me with the drama. I don't want to hear any more about the bullshit. They don't have to remember anything. I tell you all, you're not woke. Why would I tell you what you think you should know? I don't owe you an explanation about anything. That's what you all need to understand about this case and so many other cases pertaining to missing people, deceased people. People tell you what they want you to know, what they feel you need to know. I don't owe you an explanation about anything. And that's the point. It's not for you to know. If you have an opinion pertaining to this, hit the link. Turn your background down, ma'am. Amityville, you all are crazy. Kentucky, hon, are you from Kentucky?
I am.
Welcome.
I am from Kentucky. And I tell you now, Candace is guilty.
Okay.
She was the last one with that baby. She knows.
Well, what do you think about all these other people wanting to be your friends and streaming live, and now this Jose character? Let's just call him Casanova because I don't know who the hell he is. So we'll just say Casanova's come out. What do you think about all these people now coming out, jumping out of clown cars, helicopters, wanting to be seen? She's having a channel, uploading, streaming live, talking to all these people, pretending to be your friend. How do you feel about all of that, ma'am?
I tell you, they just need to arrest her. They need to charge her with whatever they got to charge her with.
Okay. So you don't have an opinion about all these other people, ma'am? That's what I'm asking you. Hello?
No, they're all stupid. They're all stupid. Ain't nobody tried to help those kids.
Okay. I agree. Nobody. And that's what's sad. Everybody wants to talk to somebody on YouTube, FBI, police, but where were you when you were hanging with her and you saw how she was living with her children?
Yeah, just shut up. Just shut up. You didn't do nothing. Just shut up. You ain't gonna tell the truth. Just shut up.
Amen. Amen. I agree.
I'm done with it. I just want them to arrest her.
Okay. Well, you want me to go get some handcuffs?
Yeah. Yeah. I go with you, Queen. I go with you.
Woo! Lord have mercy. That'd be a sight, wouldn't it? Girl, I'd be out of breath by the time I get to the top of the hill.
We do. I tell you now, that'd be a sight.
Honey, Queen be out of breath. I said, Candace, come on out. Queen can't make it. Don't tear up my damn good ankles trying to climb up that damn driveway.
I said, get out here now, honey. You are gone.
Do you believe Jose told the truth?
No, Jose lies. They're all lies.
Never happened. Okay, I'm just asking. Everybody keeps wanting to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it now and get it over with. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why everybody keeps saying Candace and that Candace liked him. Who told you that Candace liked him? See, people just make up stuff. Nobody's ever told you that he liked any of them, slept with any of them. But you go watch a couple of pictures from social media and just say, yeah, Candace liked him. She was sweet on him. How do you know? Because nobody ever said it. Just gossip.
They ought to change Jose's name to Romeo.
Well, I'm calling him Casanova.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to say, Queen. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Be careful. Happy spring to you.
You too.
All right, thank you, baby. All right, everybody. That was Kentucky. I think Jose just says what makes him look good. Possibly. None of them can tell the truth because they all have something to hide. Well, you're right. Why is he divorced? And why did he come to Tennessee and stay in a house that's filthy and nasty and sleep on a floor? Candace didn't go buy a bedroom set for you. She didn't go buy a bed with a bed frame so you could be comfortable to sleep. And you would get up every day and crawl off a cold floor in a basement. Did you have a pillow, covers, top sheet, comforter? Just asking. So while you're giving us this rendition of what summer was like, yeah, I use past tense. What the house looked like, the property, you still stayed there. And you never called CPS to say, hey, these children aren't being treated right by their parents. And that comment you gave about, I can't tell nobody how to raise their children. Yeah, you can't tell nobody how to raise their children because you're staying in their damn house. And it would be a problem. And I still don't understand how you didn't whoop Don's ass when he threw a bottle at you and chipped your tooth, allegedly. It'd have been some smoke in the city had he threw a bottle at me. I don't give a damn how tall he stood. He'd have laid down. Because that's the gist of the story. 6'5", 6'2", 6 foot don't mean nothing. The payment will take you no matter your size. And I'm sure Candace is not happy that Casanova has come out to give his rendition of his life on the mount. Because that's what she would fear the most, is people talking and telling her business, what her life is like. Life was like. What she did, didn't do, allegedly. She knows she's foul. She knows she's trifling. She knows her husband is foul and trifling. But they don't want people going back repeating it to the general public. It is what it is. I'm sick of this. Your ass is out of here. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to Candyland and Company. See, number the $2 soap opera with a bunch of heathens that don't care anything about themselves and don't care anything about the child or the children. And the people following in behind the content, watching this junk. Some of you are messy too. You like all this drama. Because it ain't about nothing. It's not about anything. And I just can't understand any decent human being going to look for these troublemakers. Especially if you don't even, let me rephrase that, because I don't really know him. Why go look for somebody that don't have a receipt to being around the child June 15th? That's my problem. That's my problem. And another thing, the rumor about Candace that came from that Doug person, or whatever his name is, that worked with Dawn, saying that Jose was there a weekend or so before she disappeared. Ask yourself how stupid that sounds. Why would Jose be on the property almost a year later after having a altercation with Dawn and Candace and Candace October 2020? Why would he risk going back to Hollerville after allegedly they all got into it and his tooth was chipped by a bottle thrown by Don Wells? And yet you all pass that information like it's the Holy Grail alongside the other gossip. And I don't understand why you all keep passing these rumors. First of all, Candace is a visitor. And Candace knows what happened October 2020. So you think she would go tell Jose to come back to the property almost a year later, knowing they all got into a fight in 2020? Just think about that. How does that make any sense? They're all fighting and tussling. And the next year, right before the child goes missing, Candace tells him, oh yeah, come on back. Come on back here and stay with us. Stay in my camper, knowing that one, she's a visitor. She don't got no property ownership. Her name ain't on the deed. She probably barely gets along with Don herself, and she's going to go get the main person that allegedly instigated a fight with Don a year before. But that's what you all ran and repeated. What Dougie said. Oh, he was there. I know. He was on the property before she went missing. You know damn well that don't make no sense. BS. It's utter BS. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining me. I'm speaking of the guy that worked with Don, whatever the hell his name is. Thank you, Patty. Thank you all for the kind compliments. God bless all of you. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. This is buffoonery pertaining to this child. She's got no respect with all these people jumping out of helicopters and Winnebagos and so on and so forth. Oh, Dudley, whatever his name is, Dougie, Dudley, it's all the same to me. Yeah. Excuse me, Dougie, Dudley. I don't give a damn. Whoever the hell he is. When I first heard that, I knew that could not have been true. Because there's no way Don would have allowed that man back on the property. And he was just tussling with him 9 months or so beforehand. That makes no sense. That's June, July, August, September, October. 8 months. No, don't believe that. You see how important their names are to where I don't remember their names? That should tell you something. I don't care. I'm not like everybody else. Go run and repeat the gossip that somebody spun on somebody's channel in an interview. I don't rock like that. You all come to me all the time out of breath about what somebody said on somebody else's network about something that don't really have nothing to do with Summer. Ain't you to figure that out? All this he said, she said has nothing to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells. But you want me to talk about it and give my commentary. Well, what do you think about Dudley? What do you think about Jose? What do you think? I don't think nothing. I'm not gullible like that. I never was. Believe me, I'm my mother's smartest child. Believe that. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in anybody giving a rendition of who Don and Candace is. I don't have to hear what she did, who she talked to, who she picked up in her car. I don't care. What Don did, what Don said. I don't care. I never have. Never will. I watch what's been said day one. I don't need he said and she said. Some of you need that. I don't. I go by what the parents told law enforcement and the news and their behavior thereafter. I don't need a Jody Sue, a Allie, a H, a Jenna, a Dudley, a Jose. You need it. I don't. Exactly. Jose is irrelevant. He wasn't there when Summer got gone. Well, maybe you should tell it to somebody that went and dug him up. They felt the need that we should hear what Jose has to say. Yeah, people are going to be curious only because somebody brought his name up. So you're wondering who he is. That's any story. You start talking about somebody and then the person never surfaces. So then you're wondering who the person is, what they are about, what's their role in this saga with these said people. But in the end, if there's no receipt, then it has no relevance to the child. Because in the end, from the gossip that's been repeated about Candace Bly, she likes company. So therefore, she's had a lot of people on her property, I'm sure, over the years. She picked up strangers allegedly. So there's probably a whole lot of other people that have had contact with Donald Wells and Candace Bly that you do not know. You don't know them. You will never know them because they're not foolish enough to come forward to a YouTuber. Pay-per-views. Exactly. Small fries. Now that's not nice. They figured out how to pull him out of Allie's belly button. Now you know that's just nasty. So, is that where he's been hiding, in Allie's belly button? Jose's been around the whole time. He's been watching the whole time. Stay woke. So now you have to ask yourself, when did he learn about the shenanigans pertaining to Summer Wells and when his name decided to get on Front Street? And why didn't he come forward to talk to a YouTuber to say, hey, this isn't true? Or as I said, he could have had his own channel and just talked from his own phone. Hey, I'm that guy everybody's talking about. This is true. This is true. This ain't true. End of story. And as they've been gossiping that he's a womanizer and he loves kitty cat, well, he should have had no problem getting his cell phone bill paid since he don't like to work and he likes women to take care of him, if that's the rumor on the street. Is that the rumor on the street? Marie, you don't have your devices turned on. Right, Beth, exactly. And everyone's eating it up. Thank you. Well said. I don't know if he was paid. Why don't you ask the creator? Ask the creator. Go to his channel and ask him, did you pay Jose Rahman money to do an interview? I don't know. I don't care. Because I don't see the point of why he went and looked for him. This makes no sense to me. Because he's irrelevant. If there's no receipt to him being on the mound at June 15th, staying with them, visiting, he has no relevance to say, yeah, I saw her on the 14th, 13th, the 10th. She was looking like this. She had this going on. This is what was going on with the parents. It'd be different. But allegedly, if he wasn't around, what was the purpose in going hunting him down 9 months later? Your ass new to YouTube. And that's the only thing you can think to do is go look for Jose. That shit don't even make sense to me. And that's my opinion. But I always say, people show you what they're made of. Maya Angelou said that. When they tell you who they are, believe them. And you showing me that you're messy. You like mess. Can't say that you don't like drama, you don't like mess. You're going to go dig up something that don't got nothing to do with the kid. There's no receipt to say he was there June 14th, 15th, 13th, 10th. So to me, you're part of the problem, not part of the solution. And that's my opinion. And I'm riding on that. Because I saw signs that you were Grammy before the Jose resurrection. Stream all day, stream for hours. I've streamed for some long hours myself. But I'm not obligated. There's nobody here in my peripheral but the queen. So if I wanted to sit up here all day and talk, I could. If I want to paint my toenails for 5 hours, I could, because I'm single. But I don't understand the motivation behind anybody being stuck in a computer screen or cell phone hour for hour for hour, and you have children. Damn, when do you feed your kids? When are you bonding with your children, your friends, your associates, your loved one, your partner, your husband, your wife? I keeps it real. Because if I was dating somebody right now and they wanted to go do something, I'm not going to be sitting in front of my damn computer screen talking about, I got to go live. It's a beautiful day in the high 10. I could be taking a ride to the mountains right now if I wanted to. I could do it now if I want to. Obviously, I don't want to. But you understand what I'm saying. I'm unobligated. So I can do what I want when I want. I ain't got no grandbabies, no grandchildren, no babies in my house. So I can do what I want. I can go live. 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. But I'm trying to understand anybody that's got a fucking house with some children streaming for hours. Yeah, I said that. Marie, you got to turn your devices on, sweetheart. Well, Small Fries, his commentary don't mean anything about Don Wells and Candace. Many people are going to ask that question. What is the hold? Thank you, CR. Many people are going to ask that because they've seen Don. They see how he carries himself. You know, he's a big mouth. He's belligerent. Anybody would ask that. But Don Wells is a typical man running around America. There are many men like him. Jewish, Hispanic, black, tall, short, fat. They're drunks. They're crackheads. They're ignorant. They're narcissists. They're sociopaths. He ain't the first one. He won't be the last. There are many Don Wells walking around. Hopeless ass men. Ain't got shit going for themselves. Some work, some don't work. He's just a functioning addict. That's all Don Wells is. He happens to keep a job, but he gets turned up high. A lot of people are like him. A lot of people are like him and they don't work. There's nothing fascinating about Don Wells. Nothing. And that is a typical question that people are going to ask. Why would anybody want to be with an addict, an abuser? Because they want to, that's why. They don't need your permission. Maybe he got bills to pay. I got bills to pay too. But one thing I don't do is I don't use other YouTubers to make a name for myself. I didn't have to. I did it by blood, sweat, and tears. One video at a time. One video at a time, one story at a time. That's how I made my name. Marie, you have to turn on your devices. If you want to join the discussion pertaining to Candace, Casanova, and company, everybody jumping on the bandwagon to be seen, to be heard, but they're irrelevant. All these people wanting to be friends with Candace Blythe, Donna Wells, sending them money, crying and moaning about what they ain't got. Sounds like a personal problem to me. See, this is what you fools need to understand. They were living and maintaining before Summer Wells went missing. So why the fuck are you worrying about what they got and ain't got? You think I'm going to send some money to her, sit there and watch her content so she can get paid? You're a fool if you sit there and watch that content. You subscribe, you're a fool. I'm saying it to your face. I don't care. You're helping aid an addict who ain't got none of her kids. So you can go back and repeat what she said. I ain't getting ready to watch nothing she talking about. Her, that fool out in Texas, none of them. They don't mean nothing to me. And all that shit she talking about, she ain't racist, she loves everybody. Well, where's the love for your children? Candace Blythe, where's the love for Summer and your boys? You don't love them because if you love them, they'd be here with you. If your husband loved you and your kids, he wouldn't be in jail. Love. You love everybody. No such thing as love. It's a 4-letter word. Well, what is the meaning? They've been good to me. They've been doing things to help Summer. That thing you hang with, he don't care nothing about your child. He likes to get immersed in cases with dirty machines, such as yourself. You don't find it strange he was immersed in a case out in Texas pertaining to a little white boy murdered inside or kidnapped out of his house and murdered in the street. And then he comes all the way down to Hollerville and immerses himself in the case with you and your husband. You better wake up, Candy. You're blind because you're lonely. You have never felt real love, real friendship. But you see, you got to be a friend to get a friend. And if you are a sociopath yourself, then you're going to be lonely. You and your husband. So you're attracting what you are. All these sick-ass YouTubers, sick people in the chat, crazy people in these towns wanting to aid you and write to you. They're only writing and calling because they like you. But I wouldn't dare sit at the table with you because I know you harmed that little girl. And you're trying to use your children as an excuse that you care for your boys. But I know you don't care for those boys because you would have them back by now. And it would not take 9 months to get your children back. You see, the time you spend going live and drinking out of your whiskey bottle with Mountain Dew, you could be spending time with your children. Taking your children to the park, taking your children to the Smoky Mountains, to the outlet mall, playing putt-putt golf up there in Pigeon Forge. Queen knows all about it. Taking your kids to the movies, throwing parties for your kids, doing homework with your kids, talking to your kids, loving on your kids. But instead, you want to sit here and go live with a bunch of fucking junkies that don't care nothing about you or themselves. Live streaming for what? Talking endlessly about nothing. He my friend. Well, since he's your fucking friend, tell your friend to pay your taxes and your light bill and your water bill and your gas bill, your car note, your car insurance, put gas in your fucking truck. Tell your friend to do all of those things and come back with a receipt to show us how good your friend has been to you. And your new friend that you're live streaming with. Bring us a due bill where he's paid your bills up there at 110 Ben Circle Way. I'll wait. People are despicable. All of you despicable. None of these people care anything about Summer Wells or any other missing children. And that's why I don't know why you all keep repeating stuff that these people are talking about. I wouldn't even talk about them. See, I'm not like everybody else. That's the reason why you rarely hear me ever speak of anybody talking about any case. Because I know that eventually it will come and bite me in the ass as soon as I mention their names. Because it has. $2.91 viewing. Thank you for the support. Amen. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to Candyland, Casanova and Company. Candace has new friends. They want to live stream and talk all damn day. What are you wearing, Candace? Did you get your nails done? Hell no. What you gonna do tonight, Candace? You want to go out? Let's go have lunch. Let's go have dinner tonight, Candace. Where you want to go eat? Want to go to Chili's? Want to go to Applebee's? Hell, let's go to Shoney's, get the buffet. Candace, can I buy you a stove so you can cook some home-cooked meals? I mean, this is the dirty South. We love country eating down here. Can't you tell? Honey, you need a stove so you can cook you some cornbread. Fry you some cornbread in a black skillet. Don knows all about that fried cornbread. Some cabbage. Some bacon. Shut your mouth. Come on, Candace. You want Angela to start you a GoFundMe for a stove? All proceeds will go to Candace Bly so she can buy a stove. Also, a door to the restroom. So that way, when people go to use the restroom, they can pee, urinate, and make a bowel movement in private. Would you like some stairs to the front of the building so everyone could walk up and knock on the door? So we need some cement then. So we will start a GoFundMe to put stairs up to the front door, a bathroom door, and a stove. Hell, is there even a shower stall inside? Do we need to also find someone to put in a bathtub and a shower head? What are we talking about here? Since you all want to give money and watch shit that don't have nothing to do with summer wells, then why don't you take your money and pay for things that's useful to the house? Just say. Well, let me tell you about that, Amy. Whatever money she's getting in donations, channel, whatever, it will all come to an end. Because I know eventually God is going to have his way. And there'll be no more YouTube. There'll be no going live. There'll be no more nothing. She and her husband and probably Candace too will be incarcerated. And they will be a distant memory. And there'll be some other case that we'll be talking about with some more clowns. Please. Oh my God, a garden hose. I can't. I'm dead. Well, baby, you got to run the water hose from a faucet. You all are killing me. What has become of this case? 9 months in, no Summer Wells. Her father is incarcerated. Her brothers are in foster homes. The parents have not gotten the children back. The mother is live streaming with random people talking about absolutely nothing. For what reason? When she could be bettering herself and her circumstances. The time she spends streaming live, she could be at work, taking a course. But she chooses not to because that's who Candace Bly is. She doesn't want anything for herself. She's never wanted anything because she hasn't put forth the footwork to try to attain anything decent in life. She plays the pity party that she's a well-rounded person. She talks about Jesus Christ. You didn't talk about Jesus when your daughter first went missing. Now all of a sudden you have a YouTube channel. You're talking about Jesus. Why now? Where was Jesus when Summer went missing? That's the question. Where was Jesus before June 15th? Because you see, if you believed in Jesus, your children would be with you right now. You had faith in Jesus, your children would be with you right now. If your husband had faith in Jesus, he wouldn't be locked up. You had faith in Jesus, you would have done right by your children and yourself and left your marriage. So don't holler Jesus now. You're taking the Lord's name in vain for what reason? Selfish purposes. Self-serving because you know you killed that kid, man. And now you're hollering about Jesus. And you're a kind person, decent person. You don't hate nobody. You ain't a racist. I don't care about none of that because I know better. It's all talk. You hurt that kid. And you're going to hold out to the very end. You're never going to tell us what you did with her. But I got a feeling we about to get a replay of Cow City. When we least expect it, they're going to come 12 deep up there on the mountain and get your ass out of there and throw you in jail. Where is everybody? Somebody in the chat mentioned Robin. We haven't seen you in any photographs with Candace. Robin, where are you? It's a very good question. Some of us wondered what was your ulterior motives for being involved with her in the first place after the fact of the child going missing. You wanted to do the Christian thing. But you see, it's not really Christian if you don't feel it in your heart to be a real, genuine friend. You're living a lie. So therefore, you're cheating yourself and you're cheating Candace Bly. Your husband should have told you, don't do that. Stay in your lane, Robin. You have other things to be concerned with, Robin. There's something suspicious about Candace and Don, Robin. We don't need to get wrapped up in their drama, Robin. What if she killed her child, Robin? What if the daddy killed the child, Robin? Stay woke, Robin. Stay in your lane, Robin. Hit the link if you want to give your commentary pertaining to Candyland, Casanova, and company. all the new, old shenanigans pertaining to this case, this woman, the husband, clown cars, helicopters, Winnebagos. Why are people fascinated with Candace Blind, wanting to be her friends, wanting to talk to her, contact her, put her on their channels? For what? What is the fascination? Help me understand. Maybe I'm missing something. She didn't care for church anyway. She fell asleep in church. People who don't care for church don't go to church. And you sleeping in church shows you don't care for church. Cheers. One hour and 35 minutes in. Hit the link. Give your commentary. You all have gone on and on and on about Jose and what I think, this and that. Okay. I'm live now. Talking about utter foolishness. Make it worth my while. Exactly. You know you're not into church. You're not there to get the word. You shouldn't go. Well, you can't get a handout in church if you sleep. It kind of requires being awake to get your gifts. Well, it's 9 months later. She hasn't slipped up. They haven't told you anything about where she's at, what happened. I don't suspect that they will. Why would they? She knows about jail. Her husband's in jail. She doesn't want to go to jail. Where are you calling from?
Texas, how are you?
I'm alive, baby. I'm alive. Turn your background down, please.
I don't have any background on. I'm outside.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, you're echoing.
Uh,
Now, that's not nice. They need to slip and fall and bust their heads. Well, Lawana, I don't know if it's about the money or not. Sick, no matter what the reasons are. You've seen what she's about, her husband, how she took care of herself, her children. I mean, we look at the property. It's shameful that any grown person would be living like that.
Hi, Queen.
Hello.
I was wondering, I just wanted to share something with you. Do you think, because they often say that Don Wells goes to Mexico, that he's gone there quite a few times, but
Only grifters are befriending the Wells family and Candace. Yes, her day will come, eye for an eye, exactly. Planting flowers, but trash all over the yard. Weird. Not weird, not true. See, Candace messed up when she spoke to the news. when she mentioned about taking a nap. We never heard anything about a nap from Candace. We never heard anything but planting flowers. No timeline. What time you went over to the camper to plant flowers. She doesn't even give you a time. And now Candace decides to tell you that she took a nap, woke up, and blah, 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 planted flowers. See, it's a bunch of bull. And Candace knows good and well what happened to the child, so she's foul as well. And of course, many people have questioned what she knows about the disappearance of her daughter, Rose. I don't know. I don't speculate too tough on her knowledge of her child missing. But I do know she knows something about Summer Wells because she was there. I can't say where she was when Rose went missing. I just know that Rose's husband filed a report that she was missing and allegedly saw her last. So I will bet my bottom dollar her husband is possibly the culprit behind her missing. Well, she was doped up in that interview to the news. And her words were meticulous. That's why she took her time when talking about planting flowers, piece of candy, all orchestrated. Well, I don't believe H knows anything. That's just my personal opinion. Could I be wrong? Of course. I think he was just a scapegoat for the events that day to have somebody to say they saw the child besides her own immediate family. I don't have any commentary pertaining to H's father because it's what I've already said. These people are sideshows and they have no bearing on the child. Yes, I believe H was a pawn. Yes. I got to have somebody to say they saw the child that day. Think about it. She couldn't just say, oh, my mother saw the child. My husband saw the child. You got to have an outsider. Well, that's the whole point, is that the state don't necessarily take children because the house isn't clean. I had a social worker tell me that months ago. That's not a priority or a criteria to remove children out of a home in the state of Tennessee because the house isn't clean. The yard is nasty. There has to be some other factors. Yeah. Blonde, I've already spoken about the father months ago when he came out, jumping out of a clown car. So to me, it's no different than this mess here with Casanova. It's all the same to me. Just people wanting attention. Yes, I believe her disappearance was orchestrated. That's the reason why H was brought into the picture on June 15th, my opinion. The only problem I have with the storyline is removing the children 6 weeks later, because that debunks the theory that CPS was involved before June 15th. There's no way they're going to go to that house, the police, see how they're living, don't think to call CPS, and then 6 weeks later remove the children. If they were involved in their business, the Wells, you would think CPS would have been called immediately that night to remove the remaining children. Doesn't add up. Well, Gail, she told him that because she knew whatever she did with him that day was not appropriate behavior with the 15-year-old boy. The vaping, the drinking, she knew that was inappropriate, and she was aiding to a minor. God forbid anything else went on. I can't say because I wasn't there. Well, I can't say that they're not organized well, CPS, because I can't speak for Hawkins County's Department of Human Services or the one in their area. I can't say. I think she was killed. That's what I think. No human trafficking, no accident. Killed deliberately. Because what fool's going to keep her? If you sold her to bad guy, good woman, what are they going to do with her? Couldn't keep her alive. For the fear of getting caught with her. You'd have to keep her locked up in a room, basement, attic. I'm not saying that people are not, because we know many people have been held hostage. The child is not alive. If you have commentary, hit the link. Pertaining to Casanova's rendition of what his life was like at the Mount. How long was he actually on the property, Candace's house? 6 months or 6 weeks or 2 weeks or 1 week? What's the truth? Why lie? Why come out now? And once again, why go look for Jose? What's the fucking point? You've heard all the stories. You know he didn't have anything to do with that kid. Hell would you go look for him for? Stupid.
Hi, Queen. How are you?
I'm good.
How do we even, my question is, about receipts. How do we even know if this guy is even the guy?
Real Jose. I know.
Yeah. There's no picture. They did everything
So when
on
he
the
went and
phone.
talked again, listen. So when he went and talked again to this person, you still didn't see his face?
No. I mean, I didn't watch any of it, but I saw little snippets and you didn't see his face. No. So.
Well, I thought that they brought more commentary this week about him, and I was just assuming that he was shown when they said the real Jose. So I thought, so you trying to tell me that they ain't show the man's face? Still ain't show the man's face?
And not that I know of, but
Anybody in the chat? Listen, anybody in the chat? Have you seen Jose Rahman's face? The voice matching the interview.
The only thing that I've seen is pictures, and I just find it ridiculous.
Okay, somebody said he did show his face. Okay.
Okay, well.
Killer B says no. I don't know. I don't go over there. I'm not going over there looking for nothing.
But I mean, how do we still know that it's the real, quote unquote? It could be anybody.
Somebody said it showed his face yesterday. Well, that's the whole point. You don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody said there was pics.
Well, I heard on one thing that he was paid to do an interview or what have, but you don't know. You don't know.
Somebody says, yes, I seen his face at the end of the phone conversation. I saw a face, but who is he is unknown. Right. That's the point. We don't know him because in the end, somebody dug up alleged pictures of a man in the beginning of the story to say that was Jose. We saw him sitting in the kitchen. So that's your first verified that there was a Hispanic man in the kitchen with the family. But is the guy that they saw yesterday, is that the same person that is in the picture with Candace and Candace?
Right. And if you only saw a snippet of the guy, you don't know. You really don't know.
That's for the first few minutes. Well, he described that house on the inside. Well, that doesn't really mean anything. Everybody's seen the house.
I mean, we could go back to
video and pictures, so that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. That
first interview, with the other creator, that showed all the house.
Makeup on as the host. I'll be damned, I'm dead. That's not nice.
Okay.
So why would Jose have on makeup? It's not like he went on the Barbara Walters show or Oprah Winfrey. Stay woke.
Oh, good heavens. Well, it just seems kind of suspicious to me, but after all these months.
Let me repeat what somebody said. Last night video, he had a lot of makeup up on it. Looked like he looked uncomfortable until camera was turned back off. What? Disguise, Lord. Yes. So you're going to finally show yourself. Well, see, let me tell you how I do business. I'm not wanting to let you hear nobody's voice on the phone. I'm going to tell that person as soon as I find them. This is why I'm looking for you. Will you come on, show your face? If the person tells me no, I probably would decline, because what is the point in waiting 9 months to go dig up somebody from a grave, and then all you're going to hear is an audio of their voice or a quick snippet of their face. Okay, then when you do show their face, now you got people in the chat saying the man had on makeup. 2 people in the chat said he had on makeup. So what is the purpose of the makeup? The makeup is for what? To try to disguise yourself or what? Then don't do it. Then don't do it.
Well, you're absolutely 110% right. Why in the hell would you come out after all these months, basically telling people you lived in a rat hole?
But you're the same one to say you're not gay.
Nah.
So why is a straight man wearing makeup on a YouTuber's channel? Fuck.
He wanted to look pretty. I don't know.
This is not prime time.
I know.
You're not going on a national news syndicate show where they want to make sure, you look pretty, brushed up good, airbrushed. Do you see where I'm going?
Yes.
This is not Dr. Phil. It's not Oprah Winfrey. You're not going on the OWN network. You're not going on CBS Good Morning. It's a YouTuber's channel. Somebody that just got to YouTube their damn self. So I'm going to ask, because they're saying it in the chat. Why would you put makeup on? For what reason?
I have no idea. I didn't see that. But
Yellow Bee, come on now. Where'd he get the makeup? What do you mean, where'd he get it? I guess from his house.
At the dollar store. I pray that CM doesn't.
Where's makeup? You all aren't reading between the lines. Come on, you're not slow.
My thing is,
why would a man have makeup? I'm going to ride it now.
I don't know.
Go on.
I just hope CM doesn't do an interview with this so-called.
He probably will. He's thirsty too. He probably will.
He's too thirsty. I think he kind of started all this spin on this. But
yet everybody wants to get mad if you say something against him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good person. He's this. But like I told people,
we don't know.
What sense did it make talking to H when you knew he had been investigated by the TBI and he's a potential witness? You're not supposed to be talking to a witness, period. It doesn't matter that you're a former law enforcement. Principle is principle. You're not supposed to be talking to anybody. It's just like when a judge issues a gag order. He didn't tell you, well, there's a stipulation. You can go talk to this detective over here or this retired police officer, CIA agent. That's not what he says. When they say don't talk to nobody, the court, that's what they mean. Police, same thing. Hey, don't go talk to nobody. They didn't give you a stipulation.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. He's former police officer. So him digging in that, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. You have no business as a witness talking to anybody that is not a law enforcement officer involved in the case of the child.
Right. I agree with that 110% because him talking to boy H or whatever, it just wasn't right. And his mom.
A lot of people argue over and over. I think what he did was great. It was a great interview. We learned this. You learned nothing because a lot of you disagree with half of the shit that was said by him and Allie. Your background down. This is not prime time.
I know. I agree. I agree with you, 110%. But just him, excuse me, when Chris Sim did that interview, also Candace was lying. She's like, oh, I don't know who this Jose is. And my mom took him to, North Carolina, and then the Casanova guy says he went to South Carolina or whatever, and it's all a mess,
Well, see, that's the
She
whole point
says
of what I'm
this.
trying to tell people. You don't know what to believe, because how am I to believe a person who I believe harmed a child? I'm not going to believe anything you've told anybody.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yes, Norma, Liars Club. Exactly. You won't tell me the truth of what time you got up, what time you made it home. To this day, Candace Bly has never told anybody what time she made it home from dropping off boy H, what time she entered the house, what time she went over to Granny's camper, what time she went back in the house and realized her child was gone, the exact time that she actually went look for the child, because it's still a 2.5 to 3 hour window. You want me to believe that what? You got home at what? 6 o'clock?
Nah, that gal, she was doing something, you could put in the blank of whatever she was doing.
Getting her story right.
Yeah.
I believe after she dropped off boy H, she went and did whatever she had to do with the child and discarding the child, and then waited till 6:27 to make the phone call to the 911 dispatch. That's what I think.
It's just crazy that she has her own channel. I mean, what the hell can she talk about? Rehash, scrape the barrel. Oh, I loved her. I love my kids. Like you said, she's not doing one thing to get her children back except, smoking and joking on YouTube. It's just awful. It's just pure
that's
awful.
the thing I keep trying to make people understand with these street people. It's that this is how they've been living before you knew anything about them. Yeah. Why would you expect it to change because a child is missing? The same deception that you are getting now has always been there. That's why it's easier to deceive you, because this is how they've been living. This is who they are. They're showing you who they are.
Well, I believe that. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen that kind of lifestyle, but
yeah, there's all kind of people out here just like Candace, Don, Jose. They're just fly-by-nighters.
I don't know why.
They don't have any direction. They don't want to do anything with themselves. They just living, breathing. That's all these people are doing that's involved in this case. They put themselves in the case. They're pounds of flesh. That's all.
But the big question is why people are still so enchanted by this case, because, bringing up the Casanova guy, and like you said, all these other channels, oh, I learned all this. You didn't learn anything because you don't even know who the guy is.
Yeah, and it's going to be funny. You find out you've been talking to some old Hispanic from over there, Tupelo, Mississippi.
No, I mean,
what I'm saying. You don't know who the hell that man is.
Yeah, and with him not showing his face, it just seems suspicious. That's
I would never done an interview. I'm not gonna go dig up nobody, and then my first time talking about him, I don't show him. I just talk about it, make a 30-minute video, then jump back, play a video 6-7 fucking hours long. People want to get to the point of the story. They don't want to sit through all that, try to hear what the man said, and then you still don't see his face, just his voice. What is the point?
None. Absolutely none. The only thing that
but I bet you when he decided to come forward to make some money, you'll see his damn face.
Well, sure. But that's why I was saying, maybe if he is the so-called Casanova, maybe he did get some kind of payment, but yeah.
What do you believe that person paid him?
I have no idea. I've never even watched the whole thing. I saw a snippet of it and I couldn't even handle it. I work from home and I just, I'm here with my headphones on.
You can't pin the tail on the donkey. Too many lies. That's a good one. Yes, they're all warm bodies. Yes. Everybody wants a piece of the pie, no matter what color and flavor the pie is. Exactly. Exactly. Bernadette says, I think so. Allie got paid. So Chris Madonna paid her?
I don't think so.
Because that would be very unprofessional.
If I would have got paid, I'm
not going to pay you anything.
If I would have got paid, I sure in the hell would have wore a shirt that fit better.
I don't have no money to pay.
Oh my gosh.
And
This is
exactly
just
why would I pay anybody if I don't even know if it's the truth or not? And I just think it's unprofessional to ever pay anybody, because that will always come up that you paid somebody. It's not, you don't ever pay a person to speak. Dolly UK, hello. Unmute your mic.
I don't know why.
They don't have any direction. They don't want to do anything with themselves.
Lord.
They just
Turn your
living.
background down, Dolly.
Breathing. That's all these all these people are doing
Dolly.
that's involved in this case. They put themselves in the case. They're pounds of flesh. Can't get it right.
Well, anyway, thank you, Queen, for letting me come up, and I enjoy your program, and
Thank you.
I can't wait till Beverly comes back.
Oh, she might come back. She might come back later. Who knows?
And you always look pretty, so keep it up, and God bless you.
I decided to look nice. It's a beautiful day here in the hot 10, and I had to step out for a minute. That's why I was running late. And I said, honey, you might as well go on and try to look cute, honey.
You always look cute. You always look great.
It. Don't use YouTuber's name in the chat, please.
I'll see you later, gal.
Bye, baby. Be careful. Have a beautiful week. Happy spring.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. That's CRP, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. You want to donate to the channel? You'd like to donate to Everyday Shenanigans? $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during this live. Thank you all so very much for following the content. Yes, do not put YouTubers' names in the chat. Causes problems. You all have a great day as well. Thank you, Mystical. I appreciate that. Well, I'm not going to hold you all long because I don't need to do a 5-hour live to get to the point of what I had to say. But I find it very typical to go hunt somebody down that has nothing to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells. There has been not one receipt brought forward to verify that he was, that this Jose character was at the compound the 12th, the 13th, whatever, before the child went missing, same day as of. So there's really no need to bring him forward. He's had ample enough time to come forward, to talk to whomever, to reveal himself, to debunk any rumors, lies, innuendos pertaining to himself and that bunch up on 110 Ben Hill Circle Way. And that's how I feel about it. Thank you, Mary. I'm 2 hours in. If anybody else would like to join us to give your commentary, feel free. If not, I'm going to check out of here because I don't really have anything else to say pertaining to this hype pertaining to Candace Bly. But that is the point of this video, is what is the hype all about? Why are you people so enamored? YouTubers as well. And speaking with her, talking to her, Don, digging up people who have no relevance to the case pertaining to the child missing. The case has never been about Summer Wells. That is the very reason why she is missing and possibly dead. There was never any care for her brothers. That's why they are in foster care. Just a bunch of people who knew of the parents. That's all this story has been about. People associated with Don Wells, people associated with Candace Bly. They do not have any solid friends in the general East Tennessee area. Don't you find that interesting? Not one good friend on either side. Just a bunch of people who are YouTubers wanting to be seen, to have them on their channel for likes and views. That's not real friends. And real friends don't stream you live talking to you. Stay woke. A real friend does not need to record you while speaking. A real friend does not need to put you up on a live stream, StreamYard, YouTube Live to hold a conversation with you. That's not a real friend. That is not a friend. Candace doesn't have any real friends. Donna Wells doesn't have any real friends. I don't think Allie has any real friends. Everybody associated with this storyline once were friends and have now all stabbed each other in the backs. Why? Because obviously they're not genuine people who deserve friends. All it has been is he said, she said, nothing relevant about Summer Wells. Now you fast forward months later, Boy H's father jumping out of a clown car, Jose being dug up from the grave, and in the end, still no Summer Wells, no arrest. Nothing to tell me where she can be located. Just a bunch of bullshit for likes and views. And it's unbecoming. So that's why I said nobody can judge anybody up here on the wire. Everybody's in it for the money to get paid. This is just a mediocre contract with YouTube to talk about whatever and get a few coins put in your bank account. I'm keeping it real. So you don't have to be genuine about talking about a missing child or children. It's just your subject matter and a title for your video and a thumbnail. You all have a beautiful afternoon. Thank you for following the content. Thank you for following my Crime Vault and Ask Beverly, my new installment. Beverly is my alter ego for those who don't watch the content to know. I will bring you a story this week for the Crime Vault. 2 baffling stories of true crime that have happened here in America. One is pertaining to a man who left his child in a hot car. And another one is about a well-to-do African-American male out of Atlanta, Georgia, who was bludgeoned in his bed. Thank you for following the content. Thank you for sharing my videos and watching and commenting. Thank you so very kindly. Where is Summer Wells? Where can she be found? Who knows the truth pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells? And will we ever get to the truth of what happened to her? Will her mother, father, grandmother tell the truth where she can be located and the reason they got her gone? Because I do believe all 3 are complicit in the disappearance and the discardment of Summer Wells. And I pray that one of them will one day decide to tell the truth about where she is so she can be laid to rest properly. And my advice to many of you who watch this box is don't believe the hype. Don't pass rumors. Don't follow in behind people who are not genuine. And don't buy any wet rags. Everybody's not genuine on the box. Because what you need to remember is the person that sat in the chat is now a YouTuber. Stay woke. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments on my community posts. God bless all of you. Have a peaceful week, blessed week. If you see something, say something. Mind the children. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you. You're welcome.